It's a fun map. It's a fun map. All right. The final event of today's Showcraft, which has run on for far too goddamn long. 2.5 hours. We're going to do Nexus Wars. 3 viewers will play in this. This is the EU version of Nexus Wars, which means it's 2-on-2. I'm going to do this in the same way that I did so before, by asking a question, because that's the easiest way. And then I'll invite people into the party, and that's the nice and easy way to create Nexus Wars. So, those of you who wish to play Nexus Wars, you're going to have to answer a question for me. I'm just trying to think of the question, so be right back after this commercial break. Alright folks, in order to play Nexus Wars, you must join the following channel, and I shall pick people at random from it. It is the answer to this question. It is a number. What is the gas cost of a nuclear missile? What is the gas cost of a nuclear missile? Join the channel with that number, and then I'll pick 3 people at random from it. There we go. We're just going to fill the channel up, and then I'm going to pick 3 people at random from this channel. They will join a party, and then we'll form a Nexus Wars game. It will be 2-on-2. Myself and one of these guys versus the other 2. I hope they can play Nexus Wars. If you can't, you're in big trouble. Alright, okay. I'm picking people at random. I'm just going to close my eyes, and I'm just going to invite 3 people to a party. And one of these. Alright. Quintum, Thomasen, and Done Deal. There you go. Those are the 3 people picked at random. I'm going to create a Nexus Wars game. This should be interesting. I like Nexus Wars. Nexus Wars is pretty brainless. It's quite fun. Should be in my recently played list, if I recall correctly. I did a little bit of Nexus Wars earlier. Huh. It actually isn't. Alright then, I guess I'm searching via custom maps. Alright, let's create this party. Waiting for everyone to download the map. TotalBiscuit and Thomas N versus Done Deal and Quintum. God, I hope you know how to play this game. Here we go. This is always fun. I tend to play Zerg in this. It's usually pretty enjoyable. The point of this game is to construct buildings in your base that will periodically spawn units. The more buildings you have, the more income you get. And you've got to push all the way to your opponent's base and kill them. Good time. 50 seconds, 90 supply limit.
In the rear with the gear. Yeah, whatever.
Alright, apparently it's going to be 60 supply limit. There you go. Never mind then. Alright. Let's get things started.
Roger.
I did not play this optimally. This is very much a casual map. There are strategies for it, but I couldn't give a shit. Alright. Oh, how appropriate. Thank you, Winamp. I'm just explaining to Dundeal what to do.
What's going on? Huh?
I'm going to open up with 4 Zerglings. He's going to open up with a Zealot.
We are the blades of iron.
Now, if my opponent builds Marines, then I can... Well, actually, if he builds Zealot, then I win as well. 4 Zergling opening is pretty good. Gives you a little bit of a push. We'll see. We're halfway across the map now, and we've got nothing popping up at us. Oh, Dundeal was my very best subscriber opponent. That's pretty cool. I like that. Yeah, Zealot's a good choice there. Opening up double Marine is actually, I think, the most ineffective thing. Thomas N has got himself some Marines. But then again, the early game doesn't necessarily matter because he can't do any real damage early game. As you can see, it doesn't really do all that much. Alright, it's going to be double Marine. Okay then, I will respond with Baneling.
I'm going.
But yeah, building buildings at the appropriate time is important because when you build a building, you gain resources every time your income counter ticks down every 15 seconds. I say this, I don't expect this to do any real damage, honestly. I should tell him he can attack. Attack with your SCB. Immune to damage. Just let these guys know. This is actually one of the most crucial things. Attacking with your SCB is a great way to defend against any kind of early game pressure in this game. Now, if he's building a lot of Marines, then I say I've got Banelings to deal with that. Like you see, it doesn't do any real damage at the start. You just need to stab them with your SCB and that's fine. But get a few kills. My income is currently ahead of Thomas N, not ahead of Quintum's. Fog of War indicates that I cannot see what's going on. I think they're both going mass Marine by the looks of it, which is cool because I've got Banelings coming. Always wonderful. Good throw a Roach in there as well. Got to keep an eye out for stealth units in this game as well. He's building Reapers, so he's got a stealth detection. There's 3 units, I think, in this game that do stealth detection. The Queen, the Reaper, and the Sentry. The Sentry is really good. And it's actually worth mixing into pretty much every force. Throw a Hydra in there. Simply because Sentries throw off Guardian Shield automatically, so they're amazing. And they're stealth detectors, so they're pretty damn incredible. What's going on the other side? Dundeal's got a Sentry. Also, one of the things about this game is trying to sync up your spawns. If you're building like some of the same unit type, try and sync them all up so they spawn at the same time. Okay. Units coming out there. Should be able to Baneling them though. Getting upgrades early on is never really a good idea. The simple justification for that being that you don't have the necessary resources. Because the upgrades don't get you any resource upgrades. So you don't get anything extra from them. You just get an upgrade to your unit, which is good. But it's better to have more money. And then you can build more stuff. Make sure you're building the right counters. I need to know what he's building. As I say, it's just Marines come in here, so he does have a Reaper now. It's quite nice. Quintum's got a Roach. Reaper on the field for Dundeal. It's mixing things up just a little bit. Not really a good idea at this stage, I feel. Usually a good idea to stick with the same race, because then you get a tech advantage. No point in really going Muta yet. Might be alright to get a Lurker out. Just going to keep throwing a few more Zerglings at him until he builds a hard counter to that. And then cause horrible things to happen to him. Just wait for this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel all of these. And then I'm going to spawn them all at the same time. There we go. And as a wave of 10 Zerglings, of course, is more effective than just simply coming in piecemeal. Hydra at the back will be helpful as well, because he's building Marauders, so that's good. Marauders, not a good choice here. Unfortunately, my friend has a DT in there. That's unpleasant. I'm going to have to go and help him out.
your time.
Go and send it. Yeah, it's alright. They are pushing them back, but my friend is not doing so well here. I'm doing fine on this side.
Sure thing.
I think we just keep, at this point, we just keep building Zergling because he's not built an appropriate counter yet.
Bad news.
Has no Hellions. Just keep the pressure on with Zergling, push him back. And then we can go into tech, depending on what he decides to build. There we go. Go Zerglings. It's got enough Marauders and Marines and Reapers to deal with that now, but a bigger spawn coming up. Alright, I think I'm going to have to tech beyond this now. Maybe get a Lurker in there, since he's only spawning one Reaper at a time. Might do the job. Alright, cool. My guy here is pushing him back because he's got a DT, and it looks like Quintum has not built enough detectors to deal with that, so that DT is just going to go on the rampage. My Zerglings continue just to smash through there. Alright, taking up to air is probably a good idea. I'll have to build a Mutalisk in order to make that, but I might actually just pop a Lurker in there. So his refusal to build more than one detector is a potential problem for him. Yeah, so I think I'll throw a Lurker in the mix. Let's get that done. There we go.
Go ahead.
The Lurker will be problematic for him, I feel. Alright, he's got a Fire Bat out now, okay. Yeah, Fire Bats are kind of good. He's finally built the counter to it. So he's going to start pushing me back momentarily, that's fine. It's not a problem. I can do things with that. He's got Marauders, so Roach is probably not the best bet. Keeps sending Zerglings out for the moment. Dundeal's pushed him all the way back, because, hey, you don't have detectors, then you're in serious trouble.
What's going on?
Keep just doing Lurker until he overdoes the detectors. Actually, no, now's probably the time to start making air.
Will do.
Get Broodlords out. He's got some Marines on the field, but not really a lot to deal with it otherwise. No sign of Vikings or anything like that, so... At this point, we can definitely do some pretty serious damage. Fire Bats are kind of nice against this, needless to say. I don't think anyone's really surprised by that. Hey, sup, I have a Lurker and you have no detection. Bit of a problem for you.
Your forces are under attack.
We can also just start to get a lot of Mutas.
Yeah.
Just overwhelm the numbers that he's got here. The Lurker is finally dead, and Reaper came in to deal with that. Starting to push me back quite well.
Your forces
Push back going in here as well. Okay, income count for... I'm in the lead income-wise, which is good. Have to keep that going.
Scared me.
I think we just try and mass Muta at the minute.
Not enough minerals. Your forces are under attack. Not enough
Just be able to build one more. There we go. Alright, I'm going to sync these up. There you go. 3 Mutas at a time. He doesn't have enough Marines on the field, I'll be able to deal with that, so it's probably a good bet. He's got a lot of Marauders and Fire Bats, so should be fairly reasonable cleanup, I feel.
Your forces are under
Alright,
attack.
let's get more Mutas.
Yes, sir.
Keep working on that. Then maybe throw a Broodlord into the mix.
It's your time.
Yep, starting to push them back. The Lurker's there and the Fire Sport as well. I had a couple more Lurkers in is pretty good because he doesn't have all that much detection. He's only built one Reaper. Hey, hey! There we go. Push them back. Muta count's looking good.
Are under attack.
Let's keep pushing them back.
In the rear with the gear.
Zerglings continue to push him in there. The thing, if you get a lot of Lurkers, is that things get really unpleasant for your opponent. If they manage to mass up Lurkers, then entire biowaves just crumble completely. And they tend to stay at the back as well. In fact, I'm probably going to throw a few more Lurkers in there for good measure. If he goes Mass Reaper, then of course he doesn't have the firepower to deal with my Mutas. He's delicious, yes. Okay,
It's your time.
let's get another Muta den.
Go ahead.
Okay, so we're popping out a pretty large number of Mutas at a time. Let's go 4 out. Only 1 though. Not too worried about that. My Lurker count's getting really high. Should be able to deal with this. I don't actually have any detectors. I'm playing a little bit dangerously here, but It's doing the job for the moment. I might end up just throwing in a sentry. Usually because it's just a good idea to have one anyway. Alright, let's increase the lurker count.
You scared me.
He does have that 4. It's being a bit of a pain, but it's not enough, and it builds too slowly, pushing all the way back here. Now, in Nexus Wars, there is a tactical nuke, which can be used once per game to clear out an entire wave that's at your base. Alright. Oh, it's okay. Deal with that. Alright, he's got a photon cannon there as well. That's good. That means he spent some money on a photon cannon. Photon cannons don't give income. That means I have an income advantage. That's good. I like that. Alright, good pressure coming in. I think now's about the time where we start broodlording behind this. Let's wait for the next wave of income to come in. Alright, let's start getting broodlords out. Now, you can upgrade your stuff in this game if you like, but once again, you need a good amount of money to really make it worth it. He's starting to break his way back through, but the problem is it's not as effective as he would like. I've got a good counter to his composition, so I'm not overly worried. That 4 is going to be an absolute pain in the ass, admittedly. Let's start getting that broodlord count high. Get another broodlord in a second.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Whenever you're ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough.
Start to go really high, broodlord. It's starting to push me back here, but honestly, I think it can be dealt with. I think we throw a sentry in here. We need some protection, and guardian shield is really good. So yeah, that dealt with. I think we're going to throw in 2 sentries just in case. He's pushing me back. Once again, though, he doesn't have enough stealth detection, so these lurkers are taking a lot of kills out of him. I'm pretty happy about that. You can get Baneling speed, but it's a bit expensive. Right now, I need to just keep the pressure on him. Alright. We're at 2 broodlords a wave. We need to get more. The broodlord's going to cause him a lot of problems. He doesn't have any real solid counter for that yet. Just need to make sure I've got enough big enough meat shield. I think I'd also maybe get more lings. Just because he's kind of stopped building fire bats, I think. Yeah, he has. So a lot of lings right now would overwhelm him. And the broodlord can do damage here, especially if it's got something covering it. It's going to medevac to try and back that up. I just need to start massing broodlords up to a significant amount. Alright, I'm just going to throw a lot of lings at him. Just to keep up a lot of pressure while his broodlords start to mass up, because I've got to stop him from breaking through. His fireback count's not that good, and he's building a lot of Thors, so this would probably work, I think. Let's try and sync up all of our Zergling spawns here. Just gonna let these spawn and then I'll go for it. Alright. Quick cancellation. Go Zerglings. Cool. Trying to force me back here. Just to be expected. He's getting quite a lot of momentum. I need to up the Zergling count. Continue to put on a lot of pressure. Don't want to put that there because that's going to cause too much of a block. There we go. There you go. More lings. I think I've actually I think I'm getting the speed upgrade. Kind of required at this point, I think. There we go. That'll help a bit. Good. So he doesn't have enough fire bats to deal with that, so if I can just keep throwing Zerglings at him, he's going to be in a bit of trouble. And then the broodlord count can amass again behind that. There we go, looking good. Right, let's keep that broodlord count going. My income's looking good. My opponent's, well, I'm ahead of all of them, but I'm concerned about my guy down here. There you go, a lot of lings coming in. Bashing our way through there. Trying to get the count up. Broodlord count's looking good. I've also got good lurker count at the back here. Some pretty significant damage. Unfortunately, that is a detector. More Zerglings coming at him. He's got a battle cruiser, so I think I'm going to need to put a few corruptors in here. Start to deal with that. He's starting to mass up quite a nasty force. Zerglings coming in. We might end up having to get an upgrade shortly. Yeah, our guys get pushed back really hard here. Just need to let him know about that. Alright. Starting to get corruptors out as well. Good, good. Yeah, it's a lot of air. Broodlords aren't as effective as I would like, but it's alright. I've got 6 corruptors a wave coming now, so I'm not too worried about that. Might end up getting upgrades in a second. Yeah, science vessels are a pain. Let's get corruptor count up to 9 a wave. Then we can start dealing with that stuff. VCs will go down pretty fast. There we go, got him held in the center. My concern is that he's lost here. I'll have to go build a cannon, I think, down here. My teammate is losing the game. Okay, nuke's gone down. Now he's really got to start pushing back hard. He's only got 1 of those. I've still got mine. So that's not too shabby. Alright, I'm going to keep building up the Broodlord count. Vikings coming up, but I've got more corruptors, so I'm not too concerned about that. I can easily overrun it.
Your forces are under attack.
My income's pretty high. I might want to throw in, start throwing in some upgrades here. Should do the job. More Broodlords.
Your forces are under
Oh, good. Done deal. Looks like he's getting what he needs to break this. My corruptor count is so high now that air is basically an impossibility. Which means that my ground forces, well, my Broodlords smash everything.
Your forces are under attack.
I'm half tempted to spawn Sarah Kerrigan for 1,000 resources. I think what we do now is we start getting some serious flyer attack upgrades.
Your forces are under
As
attack.
many as I can get.
Upgrade. Your
There you go, that'll help him out a bit. Let's get some more Broodlords.
Upgrade complete.
Done deal's pushing them back in the middle quite nicely. I'm probably going to end up forcing a nuke from my opponent here. That's what a lot of Corruptors does. Nothing in the air lives.
Your forces are under
The game starts to slow down at this point for obvious reasons because it just can't keep up with the number that is being built. Upgrades, upgrades, upgrades.
upgrade complete.
Flyer carapace, right. My flyers are pretty much invincible at this point.
Upgrade complete.
Indeed, enjoy. This is where he starts losing buildings, and this is where he loses. I think he used his nuke earlier, actually, so I think I might have him here.
In the rear with the gear.
Nuclear launch.
Nope, there's his nuke coming down. Right, he wiped out a lot of my force there, but I'm not too worried about that. More Broodlords. I think we bring Sarah Kerrigan onto the field in a minute to do some real damage. I'm going to save up 1,000 resources after this. He's starting to push me back now. I lost a lot of Corruptors there, but I do have a significant upgrade advantage on him. Broodlord's going to be tough to kill. Corruptor's doing a lot of damage as well. Vikings not upgraded. A mistake, in my opinion.
Forces are under attack.
Alright, let's get 1,000 resources and then throw Sarah Kerrigan at him. Oh, they've been forced to use both their nukes. This is good. This is very good. We still have one. I think we've got this. Wow, Mass Void Ray. Nice. Very nice. Alright, Sarah Kerrigan time. Here we go. In the US version, there's actually more heroes.
Under attack.
Only Sarah Kerrigan in the EU version, I'm afraid. Alright, so Sarah Kerrigan's got Razor Swarm, and yeah, it's unpleasant. It's gonna get her to the front. She's actually a controllable hero unit. Is he getting enough air out? Well, I guess we're about to find out, aren't we? Well, in the meantime, I think we need more Corruptors, more Broodlords. The game is slowing down to a crawl, which is to be expected with this much stuff in it. Alright, Kerrigan. Fun times. Sup, I have Razor Swarm. Yeah! That means lots of your stuff dies. Horribly. Enjoy that. GG. There we go. Customs are fun. Alright, folks. That has been done for this show. Pink pride indeed. Toasty. A deep tunnel. It's really nice. There you go. Nexus Wars, folks. And that's been done for Showcraft. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I certainly did. That's a win. I am done, folks. Wednesday will be coaching day. Desro will be on the show, showing me Protoss and doing Q&A with you guys as well. So if you have any questions about Protoss whatsoever, you can sort out. And I will give you the address for that on Wednesday's show. If you missed any of the show, it will be available in archives over on youtube.com/TotalBiscuit. Please remember, folks, that StarCraft is a little bit more than laddering, and if you're not enjoying laddering, then try something a little bit different. You never know what you might find. I'll see you next time.